So that takes us to the next part. I'll go ahead and start with the first guitar for that. What you do is it's basically just a whole bunch of strumming. You do that barred power chord type thing with the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings all on the same fret. And you start off with the 5th fret. So you play that bit. And then you go up to the 9th fret. And then you play it open. And then you play the 2nd fret. And then you do that same thing that you came into this part with, the 5th, 4th, and 2nd. And then you do the same thing. Up until this part. And at this part, you just play that 2nd power chord thing a few times, like. And you want to kind of cut most of those short. The ones that have a little bit of time in between, you want to cut those short because it's like. It's not like. And you just repeat that just one time. And yeah, I'll go ahead and play it slowly real quick with just the one time. So now up to speed with the repeat. So the second guitar for this part, you do that slide. Basically the same thing to start off with for the previous part for the second guitar. You play the 2nd fret, 3rd string, slide up to that chord, which is 12th and 12th on the 5th and 4th strings, and 11th on the 3rd string. So, and the strumming, it's actually basically the same thing as the first guitar, which is why it works well when I play them both together as one guitar. So you. Also, with this time, when you're doing the slide, I forgot to mention that you add in the 5th and 4th strings open, so it's that chord again. And then you go ahead and slide the 3rd string up, and then you go down to the 2nd fret again, and you play that chord that I was talking about a while ago, where it's the open 5th and 4th, and the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. So you play that for a bit. And then you play the 2nd fret on the 5th and 4th strings, and the 4th fret on the 3rd string. And I just bar the 5th and 4th strings together. And you only play that twice. And then you move up 2 frets, that whole thing. So 4th and 4th on the 5th and 4th strings, and 6th on the 3rd string. And then you slide that up 1 fret. And then you repeat it, except you slightly change it, much like the first guitar. When you get down to this chord, the one with the open 5th and 4th string and the 2nd string, or the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, you go ahead and play that. And then you play that 2nd on the 5th and 4th string, and 4th on the 3rd string. And then you just play that once. And these next few ones you cut short, but you play that. And then you go up 2 frets to the 4th, 4th, and 6th frets. And then you go up to the 5th, 5th, and 7th frets. And then you go up to the 7th, 7th, and 9th frets. And then you go all the way back down to the 2nd, 2nd, and 4th frets. So that little riff with all those chords, it's And so you repeat that along with the first guitar, which is repeating its 2 measures, I guess. So I'll go ahead and play that once real quick without the repeat, slowly. Now I'll go ahead and play it up to speed with the repeat. So for this part, the first beat on both guitars, it's kind of left out in this, the first time you play it. You repeat this solo section later, and you have the that beat with it this time, when you're repeating it. But this time you just kind of leave it out. And you, for the first guitar, you play the 5th fret, that same power chord thing. So, and you go ahead and just play a few down strums of that, so. And then you play that same thing open. And then you play it 3 more times, except down, up, down strums. And then you go up to the 2nd fret, so that power chord. Play it twice. And it's kind of like a like that. And then you play it once more. After you give a bit of space, and then you give it some more space after that time, and you play it 2 more times, so like that. So that little thing is and then you go back to the 5th fret, and this time you do give it that beat, so and then you repeat that same thing with the open string and the 2nd string, except you add in a little bit to it afterwards. So, and right here you go up to the 9th fret, same chord formation, I guess, power chord formation, or whatever you want to call it. And you're basically doing the same strumming pattern, except you're doing it on the 9th fret. And then you go down to open. And then you play the 5th fret. So that thing with the added on part, it's... And what the 2nd guitar is doing at this point is that first measure, it's kind of strumming along with it right here. And what it's strumming is the 10th fret on the 5th string, 12th fret on the 4th string, 11th fret on the 3rd string, and 10th fret on the 2nd string. So, and this time it has that missing beat just before it actually starts. And then when it repeats the strumming, then it has that beat again, so go ahead and do that. And at the same time, when the first guitar starts playing you play the 10th fret on the 2nd string, and you do a whole bunch of tremolo picking, like for this whole measure. So, like that. So you do that on the 10th fret on the 2nd string, and then you go up to the 12th fret on the 2nd string, and then the 9th fret on the 1st string, and then the 10th fret on the 2nd string again. So, and then you go back to strumming again, this time with that beat added in just like the first guitar. And then you do the same thing. You start tremolo picking those 4 notes, and just like the first guitar, you add in a little bit of stuff afterward. So what you do is, and then at this point you start tremolo picking the 10th fret on the 2nd string, or the 1st string, sorry. And then the 12th fret, 1st string still. Then the 14th fret on the 1st string. And then the 9th fret, still the 1st string. And then you play the 7th fret on the 1st string, but you just play 1, and you hold that one out, so. So that last tremolo picking part, it's... So I'll go ahead and play one of those parts slowly real quick. I'll go ahead and do the one with the added thing onto it, because that's different, and you could just play up to that part if you're practicing the first repetition of it. But I'll go ahead and play that slowly. I'll go ahead and play up to speed now.